Hey, how's it going? We're at E&J's garden, and I'm gonna give you a little July 8th garden tour here in Wisconsin. And here's our large red cherry tomatoes. This is our first garden, and we started it pretty early in the house. A lot of things from seed, and I'll show you everything. So we have many extras. We gave a good 20 or so away already, and now we're just trying to find homes for all these little babies. And we're thinking about doing one more bed for these. So now I'm going to take you on the garden tour here. A couple pine trees that I need to pot yet. We got from my mom. And then we have some wildflowers coming here. And then if we come over here, this will be our first bed here. We have our marigolds, two different kinds. They're petite yellow, and then there is the crackerjack mixed color. And then here's our asparagus bed, and we have first year and second year. We learned about asparagus, and basically we know that the roots go above 10 feet. So what we did is we aerated all this ground and put perlite and vermiculite in it about 5 to 6 feet down. And we have first and second year, so we did second year roots, which you can see they're a little taller than all of our ones from seedling. And then here is 8 of our large red tomatoes. So we learned all about suckers and cutting them off and losing a few in the bottom and bottom pruning, and so this is kind of where we're at. So we made these. A couple more marigolds in the bottom. We put marigolds on every corner because we know that it helps keep away all your bad insects. Then we move over to our pepper. This is our first pepper bed. So we have our California Wonders mixed in with Grand Bell. So they're kind of mixed in. These were, again, this is our first year, so this bed is mixed. You can kind of tell from the California Wonders with the bigger leaves, but these guys just took off. We had problems in the start. We had aphids in the beginning, so we used Dr. Zymes. I did try the baking soda mix, and you can see this one kind of got stunted with the baking soda oil. And then you can just see our marigolds here. We've been getting a lot of rain here in Wisconsin, so these guys are just getting monstrous. If you look over here, how many flower buds are all started on these. They're just gorgeous. These are the petites. And then you come over here to our other monsters. These guys, this is probably our biggest one here. He's finally getting flower buds. All right, so we'll move over to this garden bed. We have our broccoli, which is the Waltham broccoli and the Snowball X cauliflower. So you can kind of look in here. You can tell the difference with the leaves. So here's the cauliflower. You can see the rounder leaf here. So, and then it also has purple down here. So that's a good, we got to go through here and prune. I could have made the garden look perfect for you guys, but that's never perfect. So as you can see, we have some yellowing leaves down there. And then you can tell the broccoli here has a little more rigid. All right, so then we'll move through here. We also have mint all through in pots because we know that mint will take over if you put them in the beds. So we have sweet mint. This is from the store, and it started out just like this. We actually went to Lowe's recently, and that one's about 2 months ago, that mint that we got from Lowe's. And then we went to Lowe's and we got these for about 50 cents. And you can see all the new growth already. The thing about mint that I learned is they like kind of soggy soil. So if you just keep them watered a lot, they just take off. Now this is one of my favorite beds. This is all our specialty peppers here. We have Pretty and Sweet hybrid right here. All these 4. And this, again, the peppers, we planted them right after the frost, and we waited. We had another frost scare 2 weeks after the frost is supposed to be up, so we waited, and they did very well. But again, we had the aphid problem, so we got them past that, and then after that, they just took off. And as you can see, if you're looking here, you can see the peppers, all the flowers, and then you can see the peppers all on the inside here.
Oh, wow. I had no idea they were doing that.
And then what we do is we just shake them. Every few days I'll come out here and I'll shake them, and that pollinates them. So again, here's a pretty and sweet hybrid. And you come over here, these are sweet bananas. And then you keep coming down here, and these guys right here are Anhemian chili. And this guy, like I said, no garden's perfect. So we had a big storm yesterday, and I come out here, I check the garden once in a while, about 3 in the morning. I'm addicted to the garden. And so I came out here and I seen this guy was right on his side, and all this growth was bent up. So I flopped him back up, and he's resilient. He's perked right back up. All right, so we'll move on to this bed. We have 10 large cherry tomatoes here as well. Like I said, we had 100 from seed. So now this bed, as you can see, this is just a learning process. What we did is we made our own trellis in here. And then look at these cherries. Ooh, they're looking good. But then, as you can see, some of this that broke out of here, what happened is before we got this trellis in, some of the suckers just were too big and too heavy, too low. So we got a storm and they broke off halfway. We were scared in the beginning, cutting off suckers that were as big as a stem, but they did fine. And then you can see we also got some tomato cages for my grandma and grandpa. So that was really nice. We peppered 3 tomato cages in here, and then now we're building the trellis. So now we'll move on to our store-bought peppers. All those peppers were from seed. You know, like I said, we went to Lowe's the other day and we got all kinds of plants for about 50 cents. So one thing I was lacking was hot peppers. So of course, Auntie M on the camera talked me into getting a whole bunch, which we had a bed open. So now these are all the assorted jalapenos, atomic, habanero, hot banana, emerald fire. What else we got? Serrano, Tabasco, and then one of my favorites. This is very different. It's a Thai hot. It is like just a miniature bush. Very interesting. You want to get a little close up on this. And then here's another one of our oreganos that we planted, and then I just sat him here and he actually went through the peat, and now he's actually rooted into the bed. So I'm just going to leave him sit. And then if you go to the right here, we have a green globe artichoke, and boy is this guy funky looking. And then you can move a little farther, we have a sage, and then we also have one of these just really cool pineapple mint. It actually smells like pineapple.
Yeah, really big.
Yeah. We actually, the other 2 over there were chocolate, and now this was Auntie M's little project. Basil, which I'll show you more basil we have. Basil, and then I believe this was dill. This was dill, and then this was a mix, carrots and dill. Carrots, a little weed.
More carrots. And
then more carrots. Okay, so we'll move down to the summer squash, and I know this video is kind of long, so our little July summer tour. So yeah, look at these guys doing amazing. So we'll move down here to summer squash, and then if you kind of look over here too, we got a project going. So we'll move down here, we'll check out the watermelon. We have 1 sugar baby, and then we put these dead trees in. What we did is we cut an angle on the trunk and we buried them about 3 feet, so they're solid in there. And what we're gonna do is well, as you can see, what is happening is we have the sugar baby watermelon going up, and then we also have 4 cantaloupe here. So you can see the cantaloupe right here, and those are Hale's Best Jumbo cantaloupe, the little yellow flowers. And then you got your jack-o'-lantern, excuse me, pumpkins, and we have 14, which, mind you, that's why we're building the trellis. It looks like, you know, something very, very big, but it's gonna be. We're gonna get these pumpkins going up and over. Now we'll move over and I'll show you the corn. Again, this is our first year.
Oh, the chives and onion too, you can do it on the way.
Yeah, so this
There's
is
the chives.
Chives in the corner, and then we have onions. And then I'll show you guys the corn, and then that'll be our July tour. Come over here, we have peaches and cream. First row, second row halfway up, peaches and cream. And then you got the Bantam, early Bantam. Those are those 2 rows, and then half of that row.
Nice.
All right, with E&J, thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day. God bless.
Post, share, like our video. God bless.